Right now at 6, authorities in a multi-state murder investigation make a new arrest.
And we've got a beautiful start to the day out there as the sun comes up. Cool temperatures for now, a little warmer later today. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, we take a look at staffing challenges Missouri schools are facing ahead of the next school year.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now Thursday, July the 18th.
Yes.
And when I was filling out my little forecast sheet this morning, I wrote on the first day for the little planner, I wrote Monday. I scratched that out. I put Tuesday. I scratched that out. And then I finally got to Thursday.
Oh, good. I'm glad you could make it enjoy it with us this morning, Chris.
I have no idea where I was this morning. Maybe it's because I actually slept pretty good last night.
Oh, good.
Hey, you know what? You know that happens. You sleep a little too good.
Yeah.
You wake up and now you're like 40 years late for the bus.
I'm kind of right there with you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, and we've had some great weather starting last night into today, and it's going to be pretty decent. Still going to be warm, but not bad. Take a look at this. This is our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. So after yesterday's storms, it just occurred to me, as you all at home know, we've had a wasp nest. I guess it's got to be attached to the bottom of the camera because we've searched the thing around. We've spun it around. It's not visible. We see the bees all the time. I haven't seen them this morning, and they're typically quite active in the morning. Maybe the storm took out their nest. But we do have a beautiful view of the sunrise this morning over downtown Joplin. Just another angle of that sunrise from our camera 7th and Range Line. And as we head down to the south, we're on 20th and Range Line now, looking back to the north. And I may remember yesterday morning when those storms did come through, those winds, these traffic signals here were just all over the place. Thankfully, a much calmer start to our day and a much calmer day for us. Other than a few clouds here and there, so we have variable clouds. As you can see, some of you will be mostly clear. Some of you will be partly cloudy, others may be mostly cloudy, but otherwise we're dry, we're warm, and we'll have a light northeasterly breeze out there. And our temperatures this morning, no reds or oranges on the map to get the day underway. We are below normal for most of us. Our average low is here, 70, like it is in Chanute. Most of us, though, as you can see, mid-upper 60s to start the day. Average high is about 90, and we're not going to be quite close to that. We're going to make the low to mid 80s out there. And again, we'll have the variable clouds through the day, and then as we head into the evening and overnight hours, we'll start to see skies clear up just a bit. We do have some rain chances as we head into the weekend, and we'll talk about how long these below normal temperatures last in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
Certainly a beautiful day ahead. Thanks, Chris. Authorities make another arrest in the homicide investigation that crossed state lines last month connecting Carthage and the Miami County, Kansas Sheriff's Office. Heather McJunkins, the mother of the accused killer, Gavino Marcias, was arrested on a Kansas felony extradition warrant on Tuesday in Carthage and transported to the Jasper County Jail. In Kansas, she faces felony charges of interfering with an active criminal investigation and concealing and/or destroying evidence. Over the course of the investigation, the Miami County, Kansas Sheriff's Office learned the death of Kanaya Lopez of Carthage, Missouri, had occurred inside a camper in the 33,500 block of Metcalf Road in rural Lewisburg, Kansas. The body and camper were then driven to Carthage, where police located the camper and body inside. Gavino Marcias of Carthage is charged with second-degree murder in the death of his wife. He remains in the Miami County, Kansas jail. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The Ottawa County Election Board completes its post-election audit of the June 18th primary in Miami, Oklahoma yesterday. The Oklahoma State Election Board Secretary gave the approval to carry out the audit. Local officials tallied ballots from state-selected precincts to ensure election security and to confirm that voting devices and software correctly tabulated votes.
My assistant secretary is Tricia Snyder, and then my chief clerk is Cindy Mangold. She was the one that was calling out the ballots. And then we have one of my precinct workers, Joyce Parmley. She is the one that was doing the official tallying.
After the state finalizes the results, they will be available on the Oklahoma State Election Board's website. The bridge in Miami, Oklahoma has a new name. The Ottawa Central Avenue Bridge, located near NEO A&M College, was dedicated yesterday morning to the late chief of the Ottawa tribe, Ethel Cook. The bridge is now renamed as the Chief Ethel Cook Bridge in her honor. Chief Cook was described as beloved and an integral part of the Miami community and played a vital role in getting this bridge built.
Very loyal, very dedicated to not only her tribe, but to our community. And you always got the facts with Ethel. You always got it straight. She didn't sugarcoat stuff. She led hard and she loved hard.
Chief Cook died at the age of 72 in September of last year, and she served as chief of the Ottawa tribe for over 12 years. Schools in southwest Missouri are looking to fill vacancies before the fall semester begins. Last week, we brought you information regarding the needs in the southeast Kansas area. And similar to southeast Kansas, many Missouri schools are no longer struggling to find teachers, but they have a huge need for paraprofessionals. Those are people who can provide extra one-on-one attention to students in the classroom setting. The Joplin School District in particular has said their need for paraprofessionals is great.
It might be physically that they need additional help and support, behaviorally, or more one-on-one attention to learn academic content area. So our paraprofessionals are working with very at-risk, high-need students. And without paraprofessionals, those students wouldn't be getting their needs met. So they're critical to the school process.
If you are interested in becoming a paraprofessional, the Joplin School District does have those applications available. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News, the Supreme Court has stepped in to delay the execution of one Texas man for a second time. Plus, tonight belongs to former President Donald Trump at the Republican National Convention as he takes the stage to accept his party's nomination. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Thursday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. But first, here's a live look from Woodson County Fairgrounds in Gates Center, Kansas. Topping Nation Watch this morning. While online shoppers are grabbing deals on Amazon Prime Day, the company's warehouse workers are more likely to get injured. That's the findings of a U.S. Senate investigation. The Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions found Amazon's warehouses are especially dangerous during Prime Day and the holiday season. The report found those times have a high volume of work and intense pressure to work long hours and ignore safety guidelines. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson says the safety and health of its employees is a top priority. And since 2019, reportable injuries are down 28%. But the investigation showed in that same year, 10 out of 100 workers had injuries severe enough to report to OSHA, more than double the average in the U.S. warehousing and storage industry. The Supreme Court has stepped in to delay the execution of one Texas man for a second time. Ruben Gutierrez was sentenced to die 25 years ago for the murder of 85-year-old Escholastica Harrison in Brownsville. He spent the last decade asking for DNA testing, and evidence collected from the scene included fingernail scrapings, blood stains, and hair. Gutierrez says testing the DNA on those items will prove he is not responsible. Prosecutors argued he could still be guilty of murder even if he didn't commit it himself. There were two other suspects in the case, and on Tuesday, just an hour before Gutierrez's scheduled execution, the justices sent the case back to a lower court. Student loan payments for some borrowers may go up if the Supreme Court rules against President Biden. Yesterday, the Biden administration asked the Supreme Court to continue to let it implement the Saving on a Valuable Education program, also known as SAVE. The program cuts payments for about 3 million borrowers, and the administration faces two legal challenges to block SAVE in a set of lawsuits brought forth by some Republican-led states. Lawyers defending the SAVE Act told the court Wednesday that borrowers would suffer significant harm should it side with those challenging it. Tonight belongs to former President Donald Trump at the Republican National Convention as he takes the stage to accept his party's nomination. Last night, he looked on as his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, reintroduced himself to the American people and laid out his vision for a potential Trump-Vance administration. Sabina Franza has the reaction to Vance's big speech and a look ahead to today from Milwaukee.
I officially accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America.
In his first speech as the 2024 Republican vice presidential nominee, freshman Ohio Senator J.D. Vance played up his youth.
Joe Biden has been a politician in Washington for longer than I've been alive.
And his Midwestern roots.
There is still so much talent and grit in the American heartland. But for these places to thrive, my friends, we need a leader who fights for the people who built this country.
The 39-year-old Marine veteran and hillbilly elegy author was introduced by his wife, Usha.
That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country.
Vance's debut is already receiving rave reviews from convention delegates.
He laid out a great vision for, I think the future of the Republican Party.
Vance capped off a day that focused on U.S. national security and foreign policy, with speeches from Gold Star families of the fallen and parents of an American taken hostage by Hamas.
We need our beautiful son back.
Tonight, former President Trump will officially accept the 2024 Republican nomination for president in his first public speech since surviving an assassination attempt last weekend.
A lot of people have put my grandpa through hell, and he's still standing.
Trump has said tonight's speech is a chance to bring the country together. Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The Biden-Harris campaign put out a statement last night after the speech describing J.D. Vance as, quote, unprepared, unqualified, and willing to do anything Donald Trump demands. President Biden himself took a softer tone in a BET interview airing this week, calling Trump's running mate a, quote, great guy and hardworking senator, but a really conservative MAGA Republican. And that is a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're starting with the Skywatch Storm Tracker, and there's really nothing out there for us to see. And once we zoom it out a little bit, there's, again, just a few clouds here and there, a few showers well to the northwest of Wichita. We are going to remain dry and warm, and we got a great start to the day. Good temperatures, a nice sunrise out there. We'll break down details on your forecast, how long the below normal temperatures last, and some rain chances when we come back.
Seattle police are investigating after someone stole a woman's U-Haul truck full of her belongings. She was hours away from relocating to California on Tuesday when she found someone broke into her car and the truck was gone. There was one item in particular she was most worried about, her father's ashes. Madison Wade reports.
This U-Haul was stolen outside Megan Plunkett's mom's home in Belltown on Tuesday, and 24 hours later.
About 3 hours ago, I got a call saying that the Tacoma police had found the truck here on this field.
Nearly everything inside is still here.
Literally best case scenario.
But the best part about this discovery is the priceless items inside are untouched.
Best news is my dad's ashes are there and they're intact and they're perfect. So I couldn't be happier.
Megan lost her dad, Jerry, in March after a 2-year battle with ALS.
He was just truly like the most thoughtful person I've ever known.
Her father's urn,
yes, that's the box, yeah,
was found inside the stolen U-Haul alongside his belongings.
This is my dad, and I've never been so happy to hold anything else in my arms ever. It just sounds so strange, but it's the best day.
Megan is moving to California to attend grad school, something her father encouraged before he passed. Much of the furniture in this U-Haul belonged to him.
This is absolutely one of my dad's wishes, and I'm so pleased that now he can come with me on this trip back down to California.
He may be no longer here physically, but he's always watching out for his daughter, and he's never far.
We're all going to be heading down today, whatever that hour, just to make sure the items are safe again.
As for who stole the truck and why, so far police have made no arrests. They're asking for the public's help to aid in their investigation. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a beautiful start to the day. Here comes the sun, as the Beatles would say. And we've got a warm day out there, but still below average. Rain chances heading into the weekend. Lots to discuss, and we will do so with your full forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is coming up on 6:23 on this Thursday morning, and we've got a beautiful start to the day, and we've got a pretty decent day ahead of us. It's going to be warm, but still below average across the area, and that's going to be the case for the next several days. Heading into this afternoon, again, we'll have variable clouds across the area, so mostly clear, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy. That's what variable cloudiness is, but otherwise, it's going to be a very nice day. We are dry, we are warm, a light northeasterly breeze, and our highs, again, remaining below average, and that'll be the trend as we head into our Friday. It's just Friday. We're expecting a few less clouds across the area. We'll have a bit of an easterly breeze. It's expected to be relatively calm through most of the day as well. And again, we'll stay dry and we'll be warm. So again, still a bit above normal, but not, bit below normal. So not oppressively hot. As we go into our Saturday, though, the clouds will begin to increase across the area as we head into the afternoon. And that is ahead of some increasing rain chances as we head into the weekend. Our camera, 7th and range line. Sun is coming up now. 66 is what it is in Joplin. Our average low is 70, so we're already 4 below that. Northeast breeze at 5. Many of us even cooler than that this morning. We've got mid to upper 60s out there. We've lost the 70-degree readings from the map. And check out Fort Scott, for example, sitting at 63 degrees this morning. So we've been so used to seeing reds and oranges on the map here because we've had temperatures in the 80s at this hour. This is certainly a welcome change in our pattern across the area. Heading through the morning, again, sunny skies, a few clouds here and there, and right about 80 by 11 o'clock this morning. Bear in mind, our average high is 90. And we are not going to be quite there today or for the next several days. We're going to go low to mid 80s out there, and again, variable clouds through the day and a light northeasterly breeze. Then we'll start to see clouds actually thin out a bit as we head into the evening and overnight. We'll go mostly clear. We're at our average low by about 10 of 70. We're falling back even cooler tonight, 60. So open up the windows, and like we've said the last couple of days, give the AC a break. Give your electric bill a break as well. And some of you, and this is the wild part for July, could even fall into the upper 50s tonight in July, the middle of July on top of everything else. So that's not bad. Now, as we head into Saturday, the future track here showing some rain possibility Saturday. I think we're going to be dry most of Saturday, but late Saturday into Sunday, and that's going to be our best chances of showers and thunderstorms across the areas. We have a system just kind of stalled out initially over us. Then as we go into Monday and Tuesday, this low pressure begins to make its move gradually to the east, so our rain chances do begin to decrease a bit for Monday and Tuesday, but still, there's that low. We'll have scattered showers and storms as this thing wraps itself back around us as we head into our Monday and Tuesday. Once we get past that, though, we're going to start to clear out and warm back up, so we'll get hot, but normally hot as we go back into the upper 80s, right around 90 degrees. But between now and then, take a look at those temperatures. Overnight lows in the 60s, so below normal there. Afternoon highs, low to mid 80s, and so below normal temperatures there as well. A nice break from some of this oppressive heat across the area. That's Check Your Forecast. We're going to toss it over to Elise with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. Caring for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia takes a physical toll. Researchers at Rice University found stress experienced by caregivers affected the health of cells, and the body's immune system. Over time, that stress can lead to lower energy when engaging in physical activities, fewer positive emotions, and could even contribute to the caregiver developing dementia or Alzheimer's. Well, children diagnosed with type 1 diabetes have a much higher risk of mental health issues. A University of Cambridge study finds children with diabetes were twice as likely to develop mood disorders and 4 times more likely to develop issues like eating and sleep disorders. The reasons for the link aren't understood, but doctors say young people with diabetes need monitoring and support for mental health. And high-protein paleo diets have risks as well as benefits. A study in Geneva found that while paleo diets can help you lose weight, the excess protein can overwhelm the liver and even cause neurological disorders. The study's authors say it's important to weigh the risks and benefits of any diet with your doctor. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, Pittsburgh police team up with artificial intelligence for some high-tech crime fighting.
And the sun is rising on what is going to be an absolutely beautiful day. We'll be warm, we'll have some few clouds through the day, and otherwise dry. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, kids in Jasper County learn crime fighting techniques straight from the Sheriff's Department.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:30. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. We want to thank you for joining us.
The 4 states' most watched news.
Yes, it does. Yeah. We just wanted to remind you, it's starting right now. Not a few seconds ago, right now. Okay? That's what's happening. We are, of course, live on KOAM, streaming live on KOAM Plus. Right now.
Right now.
Right now is when this is happening. And
always. Always right now.
Always right now. And what is happening right now? A beautiful start to the day. Take a look at this. This is our camera at 7th and Red. Don't ever say we don't have fun here, okay? We always have fun. There's no reason not to have fun. We enjoy fun. You got to wake up with a smile. Even when the day may not be so great, it's our job to make you, a little more joyous. So hopefully it's working. If it's not, then we'll try something else. I'm not very athletic, but we'll figure something out here. We got the sun rising. Looks great out there from 7th and Rangeline. Looking good, 20th and Rangeline. MoDOT camera there as folks get their day underway. And I would imagine some of these people have their windows down. Maybe you opened your windows on your house because we had a pretty nice temperature overnight. Still pretty decent now. And it's going to be even better as we head into tonight. We'll talk about that later. As we head into the afternoon today, though, we'll have variable clouds across the area, and we're going to stay dry. We are warm, but our temperatures are going to be below normal, and we'll have a nice light northeasterly breeze. Temperatures, again, very reasonable this morning. We're all into mid to upper 60s across the area, so a great start to the day. A little cooler in Fort Scott, though, sitting at 63 this morning. If that's not cool enough for you, wait until the full forecast a little later. We'll talk about how cool it's going to get tonight. Again, variable clouds through the day, so partly mostly cloudy here, there. Some of you may see just nothing but sunshine, and our temperatures, again, below normal. Average high is 90, and we're looking to go low to mid 80s. We're going to hold on to below normal temperatures for a while, and then we're going to see some rain chances in the forecast as well. I'll go over all those details with you here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
See you soon. Well, artificial intelligence is continuously making advancements. The Pittsburgh, Kansas Police Department uses AI to solve crimes and conduct investigations more efficiently. Chief Deputy Ben Henderson says there are a wide range of crimes that AI can be used to help solve, such as tracking down stolen vehicles.
With our license plate recognition software, we're able to actually post eyes 24/7 at various interest points coming to and from the city. So we're able to detect motor vehicles that are wanted or stolen, or that we may be looking for in relation to criminal activities.
Henderson says Pittsburgh law enforcement is currently researching pattern mapping technology for their cameras to detect burglaries. Kids from across Jasper County learn what serving as a police officer is all about this week. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office Junior Deputy Day Camp is in full swing, and students get hands-on training with sheriff's deputies in all areas, including medical procedures, K-9 and firing range training, SWAT training, and so much more. Kids also got a chance to interact with officers.
Take away realizing that, that we're just regular people too. We just have a different type of job than most anybody else. Our job can change at any moment, and we never know what we're going to encounter when we come to work each day, and that we are very professional in what we do, but we go home to a family just like they do.
This is the 6th year for the Junior Deputy Day Camp. Wildcat Glades Preschool Connection program invited kids to learn about one of summer's most iconic sounds, the sound of cicadas. Yesterday, students learned about the life cycle, diet, and habits of cicadas, and even created their own out of crafting paper.
Making them aware of all the nature and how they can help, and that some animals like snakes, they aren't as scary as they seem. And we get to teach them about that and how to treat nature with respect.
You can check out Wildcat Glades on Facebook for the next preschool connection session. Well, students in McDonald County create a buzz around robotics. Kids from 1st to 8th grade are taking a part in the first ever VEX Robotics Summer Camp. We sent KOAM photojournalist Ty Parks to check out the event that's challenging students to build and program their own unique robots.
The camp itself is open to 1st through 8th graders. What they're building is various things. Like, we give them challenges. We're going to build a robot with a wagon. They design however the wagon, whatever, and they're going to haul it up a ramp.
These robotics are a very kiddie edition of what is going to be in the real world, but when you already have this hands-on activities where you are putting together robots, you know the basis, you know code, you know block coding, you know how to write your own code, that just does amazing things for you in your future if you are thinking about going into a career where there's going to be robots or there's going to be coding, which is taking over every industry basically. So when a student has this hands-on activity and has this base knowledge, we're setting them up for a future of great abilities in workforces. Each kit, there's a grade level that comes with it. So when you go into a 1st or 2nd grade classroom, you're going to see that there's colorful pieces. They're kind of easier to put together. They're using block coding, which is drag and drop. So it's very easy for them to kind of get the basis of, this is the very beginnings of what we're learning, the very beginnings of what we're teaching.
Put the drive forward first.
And instead of block coding, they're using more type coding, they're using JavaScript, they're actually writing their own code. And it just keeps getting harder and harder and harder from there. But when you have this concrete foundation, this very base knowledge of these K through 1st graders in this classroom who have started putting together robots, in their kindergarten classroom, and they know how to work code and they know how to manipulate robots and the machines and everything around it, it only gets easier as they get older and they are moving into bigger, more adult robots and type code.
Plus, they'll be the innovators of tomorrow. They're going to use what they're starting here just to spark. They already have the curiosity. They already asked their parents. These ones that have come are the ones that asked their parents. They already like it. And so I think we're just fanning the flames, teaching them, giving them more tools to go on, learn more coding.
And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. New technology at the Mall of America that was designed to boost safety is sparking concerns about data privacy. And we have a warm and partly cloudy day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. But first, here's a live look from Woodson County Fairgrounds in Yates Center, Kansas. In Consumer Watch this morning, in Minneapolis, new technology at the Mall of America designed to boost safety is sparking concerns about data privacy. A new facial recognition artificial intelligence software was introduced last month, and now some lawmakers want to regulate it. Caroline Cummings reports.
If you go to Mall of America these days, you'll find signs like this letting you know you're on camera. The country's largest mall is using a new software to screen for security threats, like people identified by law enforcement and those banned from the premises, capturing faces and matching them against their persons of interest database.
As a person of color, it does make me a little nervous just because, mistakes can be made.
Some mall visitors told WCCO it made them a little uneasy. GOP Senator Eric Lucero, who works in cybersecurity, echoes those concerns.
Law enforcement usage, very legitimate issue. Equally as legitimate are data privacy concerns and civil liberty concerns.
Lucero and some Democratic colleagues share similar concerns about AI and its use. He proposes lawmakers implement a temporary ban on technology like what Mall of America is using until regulations are in place.
There needs to be regulation in place so that anybody considering deploying technology such as facial recognition understands the limitations and the data privacy issues and concerns have been addressed.
Dr. Manjeet Reghe, who leads a program focused on AI at the University of St. Thomas, says facial recognition technology isn't anything new, but it's improved so there's a high level of accuracy. Mall of America says it does not retain facial data if you're not a person of interest. In this case, Reghe says AI is a tool for good.
And there's only so much human security can do. So it is extremely important that we deploy technology for everyone's safety. And this is a very good step in that regard.
Nearly 7,000 pounds of hot dogs have been recalled because they were not inspected by federal regulators, according to the USDA. The hot dogs were processed at Kentucky-based AW Farms and shipped to restaurants in Ohio and West Virginia. The company says consumers should throw the recalled products away or return them to the place of purchase. Well, Darden Restaurants, which owns Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, and other chains, is acquiring Chuy's in a deal worth $605 million. The Austin-based Tex-Mex restaurant chain currently operates more than 100 locations in 15 states. Another iconic Las Vegas resort has closed its doors for good. Yesterday, the Mirage's landmark volcano erupted for the very last time. The tropical-themed hotel casino opened its doors back in 1989 and was once home to Siegfried and Roy's Tiger Show. Hard Rock International and Simonelli Gaming will renovate the property into a Hard Rock hotel and casino that's set to open in 2027. That's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Hey, we're going to start with a look outside from our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. Sun is rising, just a handful of clouds out there, and that's how today's going to be. Just some variable clouds out there. Another great view of that sunrise from our camera at 7th and Range Line. And we're getting a little further south to 20th and Range Line, looking back to the north. Still just a few folks out on the road getting their day started, but it is a beautiful start to the day across the area. Heading into the afternoon and into the early evening hours, we are going to have, again, variable clouds, so that partly mostly cloudy skies. Some of you will remain mostly clear through the day. We have a light northeasterly breeze, and our temperatures will remain below average. And in fact, they're going to do that for the next few days. Our average high is about 90, and we will not be near that for a little over a week at this rate. So hopefully we can hold on to that, because we've had some unpleasant temperatures lately. Temperatures this morning, though, again, also below normal. Our average low is 70. We've got low to mid 60s and some upper 60s across the area, but what we're not seeing are 80-degree readings like we've seen the last few days here at this hour of the day. So nice start out there. Our highs today, low to mid 80s, variable clouds through the day. So it will still be warm. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 80s are certainly warm, but they're not as hot as we have been, and they're not about where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Now, if this morning isn't cool enough for you, I've got some good news. It's going to get even cooler tonight across the area. We'll talk about that and some rain chances on the way in the full forecast. That's coming up in just a moment, as well as birthdays and anniversaries. However, as we do traditionally at this time, let's see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Nate Burleson. Welcome to CBS Mornings. Emmy Award-winning actor Cheryl Lee Ralph will be here in studio to discuss her new movie, The Fabulous Four, and working with the great Bette Midler. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Time for some Thursday birthdays in the 4 states, and we're going to start in Iola with Tatum Ryan celebrating birthday number 11. Happy birthday.
And over in Sarcoxy, a happy 22nd birthday to Emily Meyer. It says, "You've grown up so fast. Love your family."
And our neighbor in Crestline, Marlene Ruggles-Clark, celebrating birthday number 77, says happy birthday from the CCHRS class of 65 and the Crestline girls.
And happy birthday to Ken Kelly, celebrating birthday number 79 over in Columbus.
And in Chanute, Bob Bunting, celebrating birthday number 89, says that he's a wonderful gentleman and friend. A very happy birthday to you, Bob.
And over in Erie, a happy birthday to Samantha Borer. It says here works at Farmers State Bank in Walnut, Kansas. Happy birthday.
And down the road, we've got Debbie and Tandy Almonds celebrating their 50th year of wedded bliss. A very happy anniversary to the Almonds in Riverton.
And continuing our birthday list with VULs over in Baxter Springs. Happy birthday, V.
Now, as we tell you every morning, we do love this very much. We love seeing the photos. We love celebrating the birthdays and the anniversaries and all of it. And if you want to celebrate with us, Elise, what should they do?
Yes, go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. When submitting, be sure to include the day of your celebration just to ensure that we're celebrating it on the correct day.
Absolutely. You don't want it to air on the wrong day. Because remember, if you were, for example, to send it today and you didn't put the date, then we're going to believe it's for tomorrow, and that's when it's going to air. So make sure you include that essential information. And I have some essential information for you. It's the weather. I know a lot of you wanting to know what's going to go on. How hot is it going to be? Is it going to rain again? And the good news is, at least for the next couple of days, it's not going to be too hot, and it's not going to rain again. This is our camera on top of the Cornell Complex downtown. Joplin sun's rising over downtown. Looks absolutely gorgeous, and you can see just a couple of stray clouds out there this morning. Another view of that sunrise from our camera 7th and range line, and there's another view of some of those stray clouds out there, but again, not bad, and temperatures this morning great as well. MoDOT camera 20th and range line looking fantastic as folks get their day underway, and more cars on the roadway now on the MoDOT camera, Missouri 59 and US 60, looking back toward the west toward Lusk Drive down in Neosho. Let's talk about what's going to happen over the next couple of days, and the good news is not much. After yesterday morning storms, we need a little pause, and after the oppressive heat, we need a break from that too. So other than variable cloudy skies today, it's going to be pretty decent. Tomorrow, we're expecting fewer clouds. Temperatures still below average across the area as we head through the day. And then we go into our Saturday, and by Saturday, we'll start to see the clouds gradually increasing across the area. We're going to go mostly cloudy for our Saturday. Our temperatures, though, still below normal. And then we've got rain chances that are going to roll in as we go late Saturday into Sunday. We'll talk about those here in just a moment as well. 66 in Joplin, northeast breeze at 5, no heat index out there, sunny skies, a great start to the day. Average low is 70. We are not near that this morning. We have fallen now back into the low to mid to upper 60s. So we're just all in the 60s this morning. No 80-degree readings out there, which is fantastic as well. Again, mostly clear skies through the morning, maybe a passing cloud or two. We'll make about 80 by 11 o'clock this morning. Our average high is 90, and we are not going to be at that high today. We're going to be low to mid 80s out there, again, with variable clouds throughout the day. Then as we head into the evening and overnight, we see the clouds thin out a bit. We'll be mostly clear. There's our average low by 10. Overnight tonight, 60 degrees, which also means some folks are going to fall back into the upper 50s tonight. It is the middle of July, and we're talking upper 50s for lows. Open your windows, give the AC a break, give your electric bill a break, give yourself a break. Let some fresh air in the house because it's still July. At some point, it's going to get hot again. All right, so future track, this one on Saturday showing some storms by Saturday evening. I think it's going to hold off, though, until the overnight hours, Saturday into Sunday. Our best chances of shower and thunderstorms will be on Sunday, and it'll be through most of the day as we've got a system that's going to kind of stall out over us. That's going to bring us those rain chances all the way into Tuesday. However, by Monday and Tuesday, this low pressure will eventually begin to start shifting eastward. So our rain chances will gradually decrease as we go through Monday and Tuesday. So there's that low just to the southwest of Kansas City. Again, still bringing us scattered showers and storms. Then we start Tuesday dry, and as that low again, see how slowly it's going off to the east. We could get some additional scattered storms Tuesday on the backside of this as it starts to roll out. We are going to look at your extended forecast, talk about these cool temperatures and the news you need to know in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to see why one young Colorado boy has spent months collecting pop tabs to help those in need.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Authorities make another arrest in the homicide investigation that crossed state lines last month. Heather McJunkins was arrested on a Kansas felony extradition warrant on Tuesday in Carthage and transported to the Jasper County Jail. She faces felony charges of interfering with an active criminal investigation and concealing and/or destroying evidence. The Ottawa County Election Board completes its post-election audit of the June 18th primary in Miami, Oklahoma. Local officials tally ballots from state-selected precincts to ensure election security and to confirm that voting devices and software correctly tabulated votes. Election results will be available on the Oklahoma State Election Board's website after the results have been finalized. The Ottawa Central Avenue Bridge in Miami, Oklahoma was dedicated yesterday morning to the late chief of the Ottawa tribe, Ethel Cook. The bridge is now named the Chief Ethel Cook Bridge in her honor. Chief Cook was described as beloved and an integral part of the Miami community and played a vital role in getting the bridge built. She served as chief of the Ottawa tribe for over 12 years. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And as you head out the door, it's a bit on the cool side this morning. We'll be warm today, but below average, low to mid 80s, variable clouds and a light northeasterly breeze. Heading through the evening hours, we see mostly clear skies. Those continue overnight and darn right chilly for July. 60 for the low, some of us even into the upper 50s out there. As we continue into the weekend, temperatures remain below normal for quite some time. We get some rain chances Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll get back to normal as we head toward the end of next week with highs about 90.
Alrighty, and coming up today at noon, we're making blueberry cream cheese pancakes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Next on CBS Mornings, Tony DeCopel is in Milwaukee with plenty of reaction from last night's Republican National Convention, including what Trump running mate J.D. Vance had to say in his first speech as the party's nominee for vice president.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Pittsburgh police team up with artificial intelligence for some high-tech crime fighting.
Plus, Captain William Davis of the Joplin Police Department joins us in the studio to talk about events that they have coming up. And I made this note. It has been a long time since we've had a president with a beard. J.D. Vance has a beard. I know he's vice president, but it's been a long time.
It has. It certainly has.
You never know.
You never know. Right.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us. Just a historical fact. We will be back here with more historical facts tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.